thanks for joining me today. That was weird. Speaking of weird, that's what this video is all about. I was tagged actually yesterday by Bamitsruzi, who's my friend on YouTube, to do a tag video called 10 Weird Facts. So I'm going to give you 10 weird facts about me. Believe it or not, it was quite hard for me to think of 10 weird facts about me. I consider myself to be a very weird person, but I just couldn't think of them. I wrote them down so I couldn't forget them, and I'm going to tell them to you right now. First weird fact I'm going to tell you about me is that even though I love graveyards, you guys know I like to go there, I like to ghost hunt, and not only that, I like to take pictures of headstones. I like the beauty of the older headstones, and I just find them very nice, peaceful places. The thought of being put in a coffin and buried completely terrifies me. And my final wish is to be cremated, and if I am put in a coffin and buried, I vow to haunt the living daylights out of the person who did that to me. I just cannot bear the thought of being in the ground. Number 2 weird fact about me. I have this dream that one day I'm going to have a magnificent collection of Victorian jet jewelry. If you guys do not know what that is, Victorian jet or Whitby jet jewelry is mourning jewelry. It's what the ladies wore when somebody died in the family. It's black jewelry, and Whitby jet jewelry is actually made out of very hard black wood, so to speak. And I really want to collect those pieces. When I have a collection, I intend on wearing it. Some of those pieces actually have human hair in them. Like there's brooches with jet, and then they have like braided human hair in the brooches from the dead person. I would take one of those one day, and I don't know if I would wear that, but I definitely want mourning jewelry. The next weird fact about me is that pineapples completely and utterly creep me out. I can't explain it. I'm not terrified of them to the point that if I see one I need to run and hide from it. But, and I'm talking whole pineapples, I'm not talking like can of pineapple, I'm talking whole. Touching it and just seeing the leaves on it, it just looks like a big menacing giant bug to me. I don't like them, and they're creepy. Sometimes when I sense a presence in my house, and you guys know what I'm talking about, I will speak to it, and I usually refer to it as phantom such and such. That comes from the television show Angel. I don't know if you guys ever watched that. The one girl in that show had a ghost in her apartment that she called Phantom Dennis. So if I come home and I like sense that my little dog is running around here that I told you passed on, I'll say Phantom Daisy. Or I'll just say Phantom Dennis if it's just a presence that I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'll say demon in the closet. Yeah, that's weird. I have a really bad anxiety disorder. I don't know if this falls under the category of pitifully sad or very weird, but my anxiety is so bad that sometimes I can't even leave my house and go across the street to get the mail if there's another person out there. I just can't do it. It's a trust issue. It stems from a lot of things, mainly the accident and what led up to my disability, but I just can't be around people sometimes. Believe it or not, I'm only 30 years old and I have a cataract. I was actually born with a cataract. It's called a congenital cataract. And what it is when I was a little zygote in my mom, we all start off with just little blood vessels for eyes, and when our eyes change into regular eyes, normally those blood vessels will go away. Only one of mine went away and one of them stayed, which just leaves me with this cataract. Every time I go to a new eye doctor, they're looking in my eyes and I know it's there, and they're like, "Oh my god, you have a cataract!" But then they get the more seasoned eye doctor in the room and they're like, "Yes, it's a congenital cataract." This next fact, if you're an animal lover, a member of PETA, a vegetarian, don't shoot the messenger, I didn't do it, okay? This was a long time ago, and I'm very ashamed of what I did. I didn't kill an animal and I didn't hurt one, but you know that I have a son, and the ages don't play out as far as me being married only 2 years and my son being 9 years old. So that would mean that I had a previous relationship, and I was married before my husband now. That was when I was very young, and the man I was married to is from Newfoundland, which is in Canada. It's actually way up in the islands. It's Maritime Canada. The Christmas that I was first married to him, he decided that when we were in Newfoundland, he would bring home some seal flippers from the grocery store to cook in a seal flipper pie on Christmas Eve at my house. I'm not kidding. That was the most wretched smelling thing in the world. It was horrible. It smelled like the worst fish and just oil that you use to heat your house, and sin and filth that you'll ever smell in your life throughout the entire house. He cooked it in a pie, these seal flippers, and then he offered each member of the family some seal flipper pie. Judging by the smell, I wanted nothing to do with it, but I took a small sliver of that, about that, of the seal flipper, and I ate it. I feel like a cannibal. Not that I'm a seal, but you just don't eat seals. The 9th weird fact about me is that I cannot sleep in a bed if the top sheet is not perfect. You're saying, what do you mean by that, Emma? Well, you know how a top sheet has like the hem at the top of the sheet that is bigger than the hem at the bottom or the sides? And sometimes it's decorative, sometimes it's plain, if the rest of the sheet is patterned. Well, my husband likes to make the bed so the sheet's in whatever kind of direction he wants to point it at. If I get into that bed, I don't care if he's already in bed, almost asleep. If that sheet's not perfect, I can't sleep in it. So I need to move the covers around and make sure the sheet's up so the big hem's up towards my head. It's an anal little weird thing I have. The number 10 weird fact about me. When I had surgery for my spine, what they did was they removed one of the discs in my neck and they fused my spine in a spot together. How they did that was they took a bone from a cadaver, aka a dead person. They put it in a small titanium cage. They inserted it in between 2 of my vertebrae. They put a titanium plate over that, 4 titanium screws in that titanium plate, and they left it like that. So now my bones are fused with the bones of a dead guy. Or girl. I don't know who it is. Yeah, that's weird. So thank you for letting me share some of my weirdness with you guys. Somehow I wish I was weirder. I tag everybody to do this. Let me know how you're weird. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.